Do you in your mind feel disappointed when you see that the role men play in our political space could as well be played by women, but women are not? There is a chauvinistic political space that will not just allow women to thrive. Do you feel sometimes disappointed in the political space?
I mean, first, I'd like to say that I don't think it's enough, to be a woman, to become a female leader in any context, in any community, organization, country. I think it takes grit. I think it takes character. I think women should be given a level playing field like men, but I also think that it's not just any woman that should be. We've seen women fail in policy and politics as much as men have failed. But I like to advocate for the women that society can raise the moral standards for women higher than those of the men. Because typically society is harsher on women when they don't, deliver based on the people's expectations than, it is harsher on the men. But I feel that the day that women wake up and understand the power that we have as women is the day we're going to experience a paradigm shift in this country. I don't think that women understand our convening power, the influence we have at home. And I'd like to encourage more women to go and read a book called Madam President, which was written by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf after she became president of the U.S., of Liberia. I think women have to be more strategic. I think women have to understand that we need male allies for us to even win or even be considered. I think we need to build the capacity of more women. I think the best of women are not stepping up to the plate when it comes to politics. Again, because, it appears that the political climate and the political environment is not very friendly towards the women. So, for example, if you fix a political meeting at 1 a.m. in the middle of the night, like we see a lot of very nocturnal political meetings, these women are going to say, look, I'm married, I have children, do I want to be out at night? But those are the critical moments when key decisions are being made. We're not even seeing enough socialization amongst women. There are clubs in this country where you can't enter into the place if you don't come with a man, meaning that my eligibility to access that place is dependent on my male, counterpart. What if the women are married, right? There are also situations where women are given Ankaras to wear ankles and dance, for the men. And I understand the reason why you'd see a lot of women who just decide, I'm going to stay in private sector. I'm just going to build my career and I don't want to do politics because it doesn't appear that they want the best of us to be there.
Interestingly, in the corporate sector, I think in Nigeria today, we have more women bank MDs.
It's not even bank MDs. It's even line management.
Yeah.
Even middle-level management.
But when it comes to political positions, women don't fit. They don't have the brains for it. That's what it does look like the political environment is telling us.
I feel like, there's some type of unwritten hostility that women face in the political space that sort of make you feel like women aren't wanted here. They aren't needed here. I think one of the things that I've learned that makes me very proud to be female in these times is the fact that you'd see a lot of systems, communities that are constantly being transformed by women. Women are constantly trailblazing across various sectors. And it's because, you see, when a woman is determined to do something, she'll get it done well. And I think it's also because this generation, we're a little more resilient, we're a little more outspoken, we're a little more pushful, and bullish in terms of our understanding of what we want and how we want to access it.
When you heard about the Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan sexual harassment saga, what came to your mind?
Here's another one. It's not the first, and I definitely don't know if it's going to be the last. To be frank, because I've been very busy with, my filmmaking in AI work, I've not really paid a lot of attention to the political environment of Nigeria for some time. But beyond even working on the film, I just got tired. I just got exhausted with all of the shenanigans in the political space. And I don't want to feel like I'm losing hope, but some of us, started our careers fighting for this country.
You are one of those who said that we need to get out these old folks and let the young people come into the space.
Well, I'm getting increasingly disappointed in even the conduct of the young people. We've seen young people get opportunity to be in positions of authority and forgot the fact that there's a movement. There were a few people that had expectations of me and gave me the opportunity and privilege and pushed me to be where I am today.
So young people have failed sometimes.
I am seeing a couple of them, not all of them, but I'm seeing, as much as we have the bad eggs, we also have the good ones. But I wouldn't say that 15 years later, when I started out as a very bright-eyed, wild-hearted youth advocate in this country, I wouldn't say that I'm happy with the outcome of what Nigeria has become several years later. Those days, we were so optimistic that our efforts will yield certain results. We were confident that, we could engage with the government, we could engage with critical stakeholders on the policy and the political side. I'm just my heart is really very weary, and I don't want to lose hope. But I want to try and do other things that I feel like, if this way is not, if it's going to take so long, let me try to do other things and try to raise a new generation of young people, empower them with the skills that they need to ensure that their mindset are transformed and they don't go this way. Because if you give a critical mass of young people opportunity, I like to say that, for example, Boko Haram is not a security problem. It's an economic problem. You can never give young people education and economic empowerment, and they will choose terrorism as a more viable alternative. A young person who has a job and can access 3 meals a day, live a normal life, can't decide that they want to go and sleep in the bush and be shooting guns. They deserve good things too. But
let me ask you this frank question, because if you are not a woman, you don't know how it feels. Do women really face those kind of sexual related?
Absolutely.
To get to the top, how difficult it is
you will be
as a woman.
invalidating the experiences of women. Several of them that I know. You'll be completely trivializing the kinds of unfortunate things that happen to women, not just within the political environment.
But it's worse in politics.
I've never been in politics. I wouldn't know. Just by my positioning and personality, I rarely am accosted in such very controversial circumstances. I think that I think I'm principled and stern enough to want to, for any man who's in his right senses, to know that I'm not a candidate for such. But there are also very many women who, not by their own making, just find themselves in such situations. And the question I've always constantly asked myself is, would you continue to persist in such a space for the greater good of your people? Or should you just walk away from such very terrible, debilitating, dehumanizing circumstances, right? I don't know what will happen if it happens to me, but I know that nobody's going to go.
Nobody has sexually harassed you or sexually...
there would be a few small-minded men.
I've tried.
Will attempt it. But you need your ability to put them in their place.
You've not really had a bad experience.
And let them know that it's non-negotiable. There's absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Even your demeanor
there
tells
is
that
nothing that I want.
You're no nonsense person.
There is nothing that I want, Sheo, that would allow me. It's unthinkable in every ramification that I would subject myself to, it stinks, the very thought of it. When I was single, now that I'm married, you dare not. It's not, who would you be? What would you have on offer? Again, a lot of women who give into these things and tell you they were under pressure is also because of their inability to walk away from certain things. Contentment is a very good thing. And contentment is power. Because it means you can wake up and walk away from anything.
So that's how to fight sexual advances for power, for money.
That's why I said...
That's how you have been able to escape it.
For me, there's absolutely nothing at all that is worth it. There's nothing at all that is worth it.
But I mean...
Not position, not financial, not personal aggrandizement, not financial
yeah, you're speaking to millions of young Nigerian ladies right now who consistently, in the banking sector, in the telecommunications, in the media, in every sector of our life, who consistently are faced with these sexual-oriented advances for them to get to the top or get whatever they needed to get by in life. Is there an antidote to ensuring that they stay afloat so that they are not subjected to such ridicule?
I think it's a function of society. I think that's where the importance of institutions. I like to say that countries that are run based on institutions are definitely more successful than countries that are run based on the whims and caprices of individuals. If you, the way to treat, my people say we're nothing way. The way to treat people that are addicted to sexually harassing other people is to ensure a system of consequences. If you try to take advantage of people and you are visibly, and people see that you are punished for it, you won't try it next time. That lady you are trying to sexually harass is not the only other female around, and your head should be correct enough to know when to stop. When people, again, you also need to think about issues of consent, issues of the carrot and stick, issues of I'm offering this to someone, and if she rejects me, you in a higher position has the power to diminish that woman, to deprive her of the opportunities she deserves, like promotions, like, whatever other privileges she deserves. But quite honestly, I feel like we need more resilient women. We need more resilient women that have capacity, people that have stoicism. I don't think that if I quit any job because I was sexually harassed, I wouldn't get by. But I wouldn't just quit that job. I will make sure on my honor that that fellow, that gentleman, is used as a classic example of Maube. Never do it again.